Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3! Well, last time we took the Kingdom of Logres and expanded it further into England. We've now split the country into 4 distinct parts, with this tiny bit of English Scotland up here, Dara here, the south and east, and then this tiny nubbin of land in Cornwall here. Things are looking pretty on the up and up for the realm that may one day be Arthur's. We have Mochnant dynasty. Looking around, the founder of the dynasty was a noted anti-Saxon, almost crusader really, and definitely looking like a possible candidate for our Arthur's. We come to you in a time of relative peace and prosperity. Income is good. Our court is the finest in all of the land, possibly by some considerable margin. Who's second? Oh, it used to be the Byzantines were second. They've now slipped down. Queen Xiaoming, the kind of ninja. You're sitting at level 8. Okay, so we're not super duper far ahead, but we are still the grandest court in all the land. We have King Llewellyn. He's been on the throne for a while. I should imagine that he will pass away before this session is out. And our son and heir has seemingly got himself quite a number of problems. He did murder this commoner, which is unfortunate. He's also managed to become wounded, one-legged, and gout-ridden. And I'm guessing, unfortunately, that the leg that was the one with gout in it probably wasn't the one that got cut off. So this isn't particularly spectacular. Oh, but apparently you have greatly reduced disease symptoms, so that's nice. Yeah, so we are the Merlin dynasty. We are looking for a King Arthur to put on the throne of our Arthurian culture. Last time we worked towards adding in warriors by merit, which will allow us to get knights onto our round table, if you will, based purely on the strength of their metal and blade, which I feel is a very good Arthurian concept. We're starting out, however, today with this inspiration. So we have just Drahoslava, who is Czech. She's making a shield for us. We got 1 shield last time. It looks like this is going to be a second. And she's saying, I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses. She wants me to add my family's motto to the commission. My family's motto is, you can take our lives, but you can never take our trousers. So that's marvellous. Sure, I think that sounds lovely. Let's have a look at what other things you've got going on in the situation around today. So we have our vassal and rival Idrid of England. So we got him on side when we conquered East Anglia. We then pressed his claim on the Duchy of Whitcher, and while we were pressing his claim on the Duchy of Whitcher, he exposed us as being a witch. Now, this is pretty much the case for all members of our dynasty. We are the Merlins, after all. Get this one on board as well. But yeah, he told the world, and that makes most of Catholic Christendom not really like us, which isn't the best. But it's fine because he's a Saxon, so we had him excommunicated, we put him in prison, and we took his duchy away, and we gave it to future Arthur. So that's all well and good. The other prisoner that we have, oh yeah, so we also have, we had a plan because we'd invaded England, we captured 2 people in the line of succession for England. And we sort of had a plan to maybe keep them on side, recruit them, use them to kind of mess with England's kingdom title. And that didn't work out. And it didn't work out because there was a succession event in the Kingdom of England sort of a bit before we were ready for it. And this guy, who is not particularly related to either of the prisoners, took over. But also, in that same succession event, one of our prisoners became landed, and so we couldn't then recruit him or do anything for him. So we don't really need her in the dungeons anymore. She's not going to be particularly useful to us. What else do we have? We have Lady Fiddle, who doesn't really have any claims that are worthwhile to us at the moment. We could try and imprison her. If we fail, she may rise up with other vassals. We have unhappy vassals at the moment. Maybe this guy. On the whole, I think that's probably okay. We can deal with a little rebellion. I'm in line to inherit titles. My wife also holds the County of Quercy, and so my heir will get that too, a nice little chunk down here, which is marvellous. We do have enough of the Kingdom of England that we could actually usurp control of it. I'm not doing that just yet, because we're currently working on this title integration task. Because Mercia, the dynasty that we actually, the duchy that we actually started off as, is slowly de jure drifting towards us. Actually, quite a lot of the realm is slowly de jure drifting towards us, but Mercia will happen more quickly. So I definitely don't want to usurp the Kingdom of England before that happens. The other thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to do anything that's going to stop us from being able to create the Kingdom of Cornwall. And that's really what I want to sort of focus on for today, is there's a decision somewhere for creating the Kingdom of Cornwall. I don't have access to view it yet. And when you do that, you get a kingdom title, and the kingdom title de jure includes Cornwall, but if the person who does it also controls Whicher and or Wessex, then those also become de jure part of the Kingdom of Cornwall. And that's, I think, really what I want. I don't just want to make the Kingdom of England sort of ours, but I also want to permanently weaken the Kingdom of England as an entity, as a concept. And so part of that will be by taking away the biggest duchy and adding it onto Wales, or Logres. And part of that will be by taking away the southwest region and putting that into Cornwall. In an ideal world, I'd also set up some sort of a kingdom up here, which is one of the historical kingdoms that Arthur may have ruled over. But I don't believe that's sort of likely to be possible, which is a shame. Yes, we're going to try and imprison her. We're not going to create this duchy title because succession at the moment is actually looking pretty good. We're going to lose East Anglia and 1 county with it to our second son. All of the other sons... Whoops. Give me me. Yeah, both of the other sons have taken vows and become monks, which is marvellous news. And then our heir has 2 children. You being educated by someone. You are being educated by me. Okay, marvellous, yes. So you probably want to get one of those 2 to take the vows as well, so that we keep hold of as much territory as we possibly can. Because at the moment, we are strong. Like, we are scary strong. Normally I control sort of twice to 3 times this much territory by the time I've got 15k soldiers. But what can you do, eh? I think it's probably about time to set time running. We'll probably have to deal with this rebellion. We've got schemes at court. And Cambridge has escaped. Marvellous. Can we throw you straight back in prison? We can, but we won't succeed. Can we expose your murder secret? Oh, we can, but they we can expose your murder secret, but it doesn't give us an imprison reason for some reason. I could have banished you. I didn't necessarily want to because you'd actually have a duchy claim that we might have been able to push. Oh, I also have a favour I can't do. We'll keep that. Oh, I might want to blackmail you so you don't rebel against me. Oh. Although blackmailing is very stressful. That's a critical amount of stress. And we don't currently have any stress relief things available to us, so let's not go for that. Let's host a grand rite. Do some witchiness. That's always worth doing. Let's look at developing our lands. It's usually worth doing. There we go. Okay. Oh my, we actually managed to imprison her. That's a surprise. I can torture you. I suppose you're my rival now? Yes, you're my rival now, which is a bit of a shame. Torturing you for the stress loss is probably worthwhile. We can torture you at the Grand Rite, that's fine. King Llewellyn has done some pretty bad things in his time. As the moon rises in the heavens, heralding his arrival, I can feel my body responding to the strange energies in the air. It's up to me to begin the ritual. I will probably do this one. Although actually, nowadays, the improvising one and the reading one seem to have the same success rate. I'm going to try reading from ancient grimoires. I've never done that before. The old worlds are strange, yet they speak to me on an instinctive level. They weave an enchanting pattern full of beauty and promise. My guests are utterly spellbound. That's kind of how witchcraft works. As I close the grimoire with a dramatic gesture, their cheers erupt through the glade. Now that the main ceremony is finished, my guests and I are free to worship as it pleases us. And I have a few options to do, so I can get a 40% chance of Herbalist, which is pretty good. I can gain an Intrigue Lifestyle perk. That's also pretty good, because you can take that for Fabricate Hook Schemes, which are marvellous. Or I can just take the Stress Loss. I'm going to take the Intrigue Lifestyle perk, although that being said, they're fairly old. I'll take the Intrigue Lifestyle perk. And I'm going to take Truth is Relative. Torture. Oh, the sweet kiss of the whip. It might look innocent, but it can separate flesh from bones just as well as any knife. Eek. Ow, 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 ow. Eek, bad. So I can now ransom her. I'm not going to, because she's a vassal, so it's good to keep her under lock and key where you can. She's also fairly likely to die moderately soon. Yes, I can fabricate hooks on people now, which might be worthwhile in and of itself. I have wars that I can declare. On France, I don't really want to go to war with France. No, I have no need to eat bits of France. On Aquitaine, those are just bits that I'm going to inherit anyway. So yeah, a long-term goal might be to add Brittany to Britannia and properly unite the Breton peoples. We'll have to see. I could have sworn that I had some people who had claims on this duchy in my court. They do. Can I not press your claims? Is it because you are only a courtier? Hmm. I'm not sure why I cannot press your claims, but I'm sure there is a good reason for it. Until next time, may he watch over us until the next grand rite. Okay, so, thinking about it, at one point we wanted to form Britannia. Oh dear. Countess Flora, my useless wife, is now held against her will by Duchess Blanca. Ah, you were trying to depose her. It didn't go well. Why did you not call me in? She was released and immediately imprisoned again. Marvellous. I see. Obviously. Why wouldn't she be? Why can't I declare war on you? I can. It just doesn't say that I can in that list. Either way, I don't want to do this. I want to wait until you have a child of my dynasty, and then press the child's claim. Because I think if I just push your claim on its own, then I don't actually get that territory in my realm. Oh. Backbutt is no longer in my scheme. Right, Countess Flora is once again free, and you didn't have your titles revoked, which is marvellous news. Next time, don't do whatever it is you just did. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Yes, so people who give you inspiration seem to be remarkably tempting. Luckily, we have this option. Because this option means that my artifacts will be of lower quality, which I don't want. So I'll happily take the piety, but mostly I'm just happy to take the not lower quality. My courtier Anna is scheming against my courtier Ulrika. I don't really want you thrown in jail, because I sort of wanted you to have children. But I mean, we can't have people going around murdering people. I can hold my court, that's marvellous. I can imprison you. I'm not going to do that just yet. Camilla of Prenzlau. Be ransomed to Pomerania. Oh, I remember vaguely going to war against Pomerania ages ago. I can also hold my court. Let's hear some petitioners. Gesture them in. Right, first up. We have Gwydia Lynn, who's a wandering evil maniac. Lunatic. Marvellous. A commotion arises from the back of my court. Before anyone can grab him, a man rushes up to my throne, halting before me but offering no deference. One look in his eyes tells me all I need to know. This man is not mentally sound. Monster! You sent us to die! Why do you go unpunished? From this man's ranting, I have discerned that he has somehow been involved in one of my wars. That's fair, which is probably why he is so distressed. What is to be done with the lost creature? I can get the court physician to care for him. I can duel him to the death, which will lose me stress because I'm arrogant, but he's about as good a fighter as I am. I can have him executed, which gives me stress, or I can just throw him out. Um, would certainly be an interesting way to go out, wouldn't it? He's pretty good though. He's got a Blade Master trait. Alert. This is risky and will lead to your death if you lose. I have definitely not mastered the dueling system. I don't really understand how it works. I've done some pretty bad things in my time. I'm going to ask the court physician to care for him. Hold court. Indirect espionage. What is my stress level like? How much stress will I actually have lost? Oh, I have lost some stress. Hey ho. My guest, Cassandra, approaches my throne with a smirk on her face and bows deeply. Greetings, Your Majesty. During my recent trip to the Kingdom of England, I learned some fascinating tidbits about several of King Uhtred's subjects. I'd be happy to share these with you for a price. So I can pay her 235 gold. And it's possible she will give me secrets. She is fairly intriguing, so I sort of expect her to know secrets. But I mean, how many can she possibly know? Only a couple at most. Or I can throw her in prison, which is tyrannous, and doesn't even get me the secrets. Or I can say, begone room among my court has no place for likes of you. Which lets me 10 court grandeur, which is a huge amount of court grandeur. And finally, our final petitioner is this little 6-year-old frail guest. O munificent King Llewellyn, I am Thora, and I have travelled far to ask for your aid in righting a great injustice. The woman in front of me bows deeply before continuing with her well-rehearsed plea. My brother Earl Kettle currently sits on the throne of Leinster, but I am the true and rightful ruler of those lands. If you aid me in pressing my claim, I shall swear fealty to you and serve you loyally until the end of my days. This 6-year-old girl is so upset that her 5-year-old brother has inherited this earldom that she has come to ask the Kingdom of Logres to claim it back for her. Hang on. Let's have a look at the title history. When did you inherit? 15th of March, 1168. 3 years ago. This is mad. She's completely balmy. She's also of Norse Gael culture, which is a hybrid culture I forgot was made. It's only really present in this one area, which is Leinster. That's okay. It's weird having Norse Gael. I can say, it's a beautiful day for war. I'll recruit her to my court. I get a strong hook on her. I immediately go to war with Leinster. It also means that their mum dislikes me. And it decreases our cultural acceptance, which I'm assuming is already pretty bad. Alternatively, I can ask her to leave because I, quote, cannot risk offending this 5-year-old child. Or I can say, you can join my court. But I can't go to war for you, which you'll still like. I think it's a beautiful day for war. We've never considered moving into Ireland thus far, but the plea of this 6-year-old girl is something I cannot refuse, apparently. As the last petition departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings is dropped away entirely, and the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. Okay. Right, so I guess we're at war with Leinster. I'm just going to pin this guy up here so I actually remember him. Leinster. Well, how are you doing militarily? You have no allies. I feel like you were like possibilities for me to marry some of my children to, and I decided against it. I can get you married. I could get you married to my grandson if I wanted to, which put Leinster actually in my dynasty. March. Who's March the child of? You're child of the second son. No, I think I'm kind of quite happy for you. I'm gonna... Well, let's find you a spouse. Let's set an age difference of no more than 15, so we're not doing pretty bad. Let's also see if we can get someone with... Do I want to get someone with good traits? I want my children to have the people with good traits. We'll get you Bohemond, as he has Fecund. Now that's good for if you ever get more realm for splitting it up again. Okay. Cool allies, which I don't really need against 800 troops. That's already more than enough. Everyone's already raised. Let's sail across the sea. It'll cost me 59 to cross the sea. My courtier Morda is scheming against Ulrika. Oh my god, there's more people in this blasted plot. Who isn't in this plot? We'll have a battle. Inspiration disruptions. The peaceful atmosphere is shattered by Drahoslava, who's my court artificer, and Wolfgith. No, Wolfgith is my court artificer, and Drahoslava. They're arguing because artificers want to help, and inspired people don't want to be helped. And I've got basically a learning challenge to try and improve it, which I'll be bad at. A diplomacy challenge, which won't unimprove it, but I won't be that great at. So I'm going to take this one for the chance for a higher quality artifact. Probably fail. Oh, I succeeded. Marvellous. Oh, my friend Eleonora died. Didn't know I had a friend Eleonora. But I'm glad I did. My lord, my beneficiary Drahoslav waves me over with a wide grin, gesturing towards a coveted armor stand. I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. With a flourish, he rips the fabric covering away and my eyes grow wide. A wooden shield of excellent craftsmanship, constructed from sturdy elm planks, and bound together with a rim of wrought iron. The edges inlaid with deer antler and painted with images of eschatological scenes. He gives me a small amount of an elm, and a small amount of court grandeur, and does nothing else. Magnificent, I suppose. Let's go put it up on the wall. I've already got a shield. A much better shield. How do I get you off there? There we go. Right, we'll have the magnificent shield up here. And we'll have the only alright shield over there. But that does now mean that our base court grandeur is up to level 10, which is ridiculous. It's absurdly lavish for half of England to have a level 10 court. Stone of glass. Okay, so I can get more lifestyle experience, but I think I want the money and stress loss from selling everything which is impossible to read. Because I am a bit stressed, and money is never a bad thing. Oh, I've seized the lucky Norse coin from this child as well. So enforce my demands, so be it. Disband my armies. I probably shouldn't keep this artifact, but I'm going to. And now we have a foothold in Ireland, which I never expected. I can also ransom this random lady, sure. And I can change your contract. Let's get some more money out of you. Marvellous. Okay. So, with that random Irish question out of the way, I want to look towards the Duchy of Cornwall. There are no claimants currently for the Duchy of Cornwall. There are claimants for the Earldom of Cornwall. I might want to get into my court. You're all fairly old though, aren't you? This one isn't. Wallan Macwallan, Alt Clot. But you're going to inherit. Are you the second son? You're not going to inherit. Whose child are you? You're a child of one of my daughters. You're probably a good age. Super duper won't accept. Because matrilineal. Apparently, you answer to this guy. Why are you in this guy's court? Oh, you're married to... Oh, I see. So although you're the second son of Cornwall, you're the first son of Fife. I see. Okay, yeah, that's going to make things more awkward to try and get a claim. Yeah, not any other real good ones. You'll inherit a claim. Arrange a marriage with you. One of Sinana's daughters. You would accept, but apparently you're related. How are you related? That's a lot more interesting to me, that you're apparently related. I'm not sure how. You can't be very closely related. Can you? You can't. You're at least not grandparents related. So I think that's probably fine. Yeah, so we'll marry that person off and hope to get them in the court. And then, oh, Thierry. I briefly had the opportunity to ask for gold from the Pope. And he decided, actually, no. Oopsies. Oh, what's my game doing? Oh, your purpliness? I'd like money. I can ask you for gold. Okay, I'd like gold, please. Scion, welcome to our communion. I get lots of money. Oh wow, that's a lots of money. Court grandeur is now improved. Now court grandeur level 10. Oh yeah. Right. Okay, so we spent a lot of money developing our realm, which is marvelous news. Will mean future kings of Logres are even better. Know thyself, I want to know when I'm going to die. What I'm thinking is, in the next life, I may want to go for the Ducal Conquest Casus Belli to try and seize Cornwall and make the Duchy of Cornwall. I do also notice that England also has an uncreated Duchy of Wessex. I wonder if I could use Ducal Conquest for both of those. Education do you have? You have a stewardship, which isn't wonderful, but isn't terrible. You're no longer wounded, which is marvelous, but you are still one-legged. What happened to you? What happened to you? Oh, apparently I've got an item in my inventory. Oh yes, that's the new trinket. That I don't need at the moment. Because we stewardship lifestyle experience. It's not very helpful. I'll tell you what though, I could actually give that to my son, but he might lose it. He's not got the best prowess, so if someone challenges him for it, he will not succeed. My prisoner, Lady Erfidel, has escaped my dungeons. Gosh darn it. Guards. Why does everyone escape from you? Sure, I'll demand payment from you. Why not? I'm surprised you're not in a faction against me, to be honest. Probably just plotting to have me killed and skip the middleman. I can ransom whoever this is. Sure, why not? 100 gold for nothing. I'd be a fool not to. My courtier, Freya. You're the one with the Northern Isles claim. You've given birth to a son, Sidrich. This is marvellous. He's my great-grandson. Holy hell. Sidrich you shall be. Interestingly, I can't ask... I suppose he is Arthurian. I was like, even though she's Norwegian, I can't ask for him to have Norwegian. So can I now go to war with Norway? For Sidrich's claim? No, I can't. Does he only get a claim when you die? He only gets a claim when you die. Okay. Camp cooks constructed in Cardiath. Yeah, you know, like although, so the matter of Britain does not deal with the invasion of the Norsemen, but that's only because it hadn't happened by the time Arthur was supposedly alive. You know, I don't feel like Arthur would have been particularly enamored with the invading Norse any more than he was enamored by the invading Saxons. Earl Caswallon of Anwithig has arrived to pay homage. Show him in. And serve me well. Dear God, go outside. Oh God, not this again. My wife is still upset with me having a learning lifestyle focus. Alluring confidence is always nice. Sure, why not? I'm getting on, I'm 63, you're 64. We don't have that many left in us. Child of my dynasty, Mulder, the daughter of Earl Lady of Desmond, was given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Northern dynasty, she should be blessed with a good name. Ah, well, I did notice you only have an unpressed claim on the on the Duchy of Munster, not a pressed claim, so you won't actually inherit that, which is a shame. Lecce shall do fine. That's annoying in a way. Why are you not in my court? Apparently you've been scheming against me. Why are you not in my court? At someone else's court. You've just wandered off. Oh. Hang on. Hang on. I see now why this lassie came to me, because I'm sort of her step great granddad. Okay, this makes more sense. I hadn't realised I was sorting out a thing among my sort of like step grandchildren or whatever. Oh my gosh. Okay, well we secured Leinster either way, I suppose, which is nice. I can't press your claim because you're bloomin' in somebody else's court, not mine. Which I suppose makes sense. That's why, because I made your daughter a countess, and so you moved in to take care of her. That's very sensible, honestly. Okay, so we probably won't be getting Monster on side anytime soon. That's okay. Someone's planning to kill my courtier, Ellen. Oh my god, there's a lot of murders going on in my court. Jesus! Like a lot of them. I can now declare war on England again. What claims do I have on England? Oh! England's had another succession event. What happened to the last King of England? He died. From internal injuries, oh dear. So you have a claim on some duchy, or the whole kingdom, which I obviously don't want to give you. Oh my god, it's this guy again, though. Oh dear. Do I want to give you any more power than you already have? Or Earl Sixraid also has a claim on this duchy and doesn't hate me. Seems like a much better bet. Excuse me for one moment. And I'm back. Apologies for that short interruption. Had a little visitor. Yes, we could go after this bit of England. I'm much more interested in trying to actually eat Cornwall or Wessex than trying to eat sort of another Saxon bit of England down here. You're trying to push Mochnant off of the Duchy of Witcher, which isn't great. You're also fighting in the Prussian subjugation war. You're allied to Prussia. Oh my god, Prussia? That's a huge number of troops. What the hell? And you're also allied to Berkshire, whose claim I would be pressing. I mean, technically I can beat Prussia on my own. I can even beat England and Prussia on my own. But that's a huge amount of troops. I think if I'm going to go after England, I want it to be for the actual sort of strategic goals. Rather than just eat whatever. Oh, I don't know. Every bit of England liberated is a good thing, right? I also just remember that there's Saxon territories like occupied that I could get a convert on. Okay. War it shall be. I don't know if we're going to get that bit. I wouldn't mind getting that bit, as that's part of Wessex. I am going to call in some allies. I don't think so. Westphalen. You can come in. We still want the King of Alba on board whenever we can. Right. If we're lucky, we can also at the same time stop the overthrow of Witcher. Oh, I'm not going to grab this little bit. Oh, I am going to grab this little army. Marvelous news. Yeah, every English army we knacker in our war also helps Witcher keep sort of on top of its thing. The enemy banner, the Battle of Bedamford, ended in an astounding victory. Too right it did. I eagerly listened to the messengers who read the reports from my commander Al Ednifed and then turned to the soldiers before me. My lord, we cornered the remaining enemies as they made a valiant stand. They gave their lives protecting this battle. This is a lot more impressive than the last war banner that we stole. Like a lot more impressive than the last war banner we stole. Because I mean, the last war banner we stole was defended by exactly one person. And I don't even know if they were a knight or just like a levy. Where is that other war banner that we stole? Oh, we don't even have it up. English war banner, famed large war. So this will give us knight effectiveness, levy reinforcement, and court grandeur. This just gives us court grandeur. Yeah, we'll put up the English war banner. Marvelous news. We do steal things from England on quite a regular basis, it's true. I also have Prince Magnus Wolfgarson of England, who is the Earl of White. for. We'll ransom you. Looks like we can't easily snatch this other army up. I don't think we got there in time. I think it's 25 days now, we won't get there. Let's siege down this territory, why not? Should be fairly quick, it'll stop them getting ticking war score. My knight Seal, this is my jester Seal, who's plotting against Ellen. Jesus, guys. Calm down with your court murder. Oh my god, someone's plotting to kill somebody else! Right, shall we... Still can't reach you, apparently. There. Oh, I'm not going to reach him in time again! You swine English army so fast! Oh, here comes some allies. This is Westphalen. Scotland doing anything? Scotland is coming! Nice! Apparently Berkshire is under siege. I don't think they're going to stay though. And Adrid has created the Liberty faction. Who would have guessed? Right. Let's see if we can go here and null this army. We're gonna catch him. Oh, they just about managed to save themselves from utter annihilation there. We did very well. Gonna split in half. And I'm going to reorganize the mangonels and the CG army. I'm going to take you down to Dorset just in case occupying it makes us more likely to actually claim it. Then we're going to see if we can track down where the small army's going. Hopefully eat that. Oh, there's five knights coming in to support the English. Just 5 knights. No one else. Are we gonna make it? Oh, we did make it. Right, that's those 400 guys dead. And oh my god. Oh, Languedoc, who is apparently also our ally. Even though we were fighting against you in the last war trying to depose you, apparently, well, we weren't, our wife was. Wait, what? I'm lost. I'm very lost, but this person wants us to fight against Aquitaine. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. I mean, I'll say yes. But I do sort of have a problems of my own going on right now. You understand? We won this siege. Let's head up to the capital and start taking other target territories. Although we may be able to do this just on battles won if we win them well. Are you really gonna stand here and... Oh, for some reason I seem to have moved. I didn't really want to move, but okay. Child of my dynasty, Anna, the daughter of Duke Magnus of Westphalen, has given birth to a son. Oh, blimey, not another one. Arad. A rod. One rod, just the one. See if we can come down and find where this army ends up. Maybe beat them up a little bit. Who knows? Exotic arms. Along with their strange goods, merchants bring tall tales from distant lands, unverifiable and full of wonder. I also just remembered I want to be de-Saxonifying some bits. A group of Scots peddlers purport to have brought Ethiopian objects said to have come from the faraway court of the great ruler Nigist Kifl of Abyssinia, no less. Malmir, the leading trader, gains darkly. This unique armor could be yours for a special price, of course, great king. A likely yarn indeed. I look to Dobgilla for guidance. I cannot recommend this work, my liege. The hammer dents are wistful. She nods at me stupidly. Oh, okay, so whatever I pick, I get stress. Because I'm both arrogant and trusting. I see. Marvellous. Okay. Is there anything we can do to reduce the stress level? Absolutely nothing. Oh dear. Oh no. We do have another court thing going on. A ghostly pen. My poet, as she always does as soon as I'm in range, starts to declaim at me. Oh, you precious honeycomb, it must be such a hardship to live life as one abandoned by the muses. You command armies, but you cannot command the written word. Has mankind ever witnessed a more exquisite tragedy? Allow me to assist you. I could write some of your speeches for you. Tell me the theme and I shall apply a beauteous turn of phrase. So because I have the poet's trait, I can gain the nickname the poet and gain a bunch of prestige. Or I could gain diplomacy lifestyle experience and +2 diplomacy, but she gets a hook on me. I definitely don't need the prestige. But it is also true that I'm a poet and I am arrogant. So I think I'm going to pick this one and gain the nickname the poet. Even though it's hardly my defining feature. Honestly, I think this siege should probably secure the victory for us regardless of the outcome of this battle, but it's always nice to knacker England's army. Morda, the daughter of oh, this lassie has given birth to another son. Arthur it shall be. I think that was the whole of your troops. England? Yeah, that was all of your troops. Okay, marvellous. Are you kidding me? What? What just happened? King Cedric no longer claims any of the claimed counties. What? What? What happened? Did the claimant die? It's possible that the claimant died. It said he no longer controls any of the counties. But I suspect what actually happened is my claimant died. Like, half a month before I was gonna... Oh my god. Hang on. Let's see these 6 claimants. Yeah, he died. God damn it. Well, I guess we're in this bloody tyranny war. I don't really want. Can I put my commander on make my army cheaper? I should have done that already. Ah, what awful timing you had there, sir. What terrible, terrible timing. Also, my army's starving already. This isn't good news. They'll live. I mean, they won't, but they'll live. We'll go and take the capital. Well, merging together means they're no longer starving, but now they're starving again. Die, I'm at death's doorstep. Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke Meredith, my rival, that's fair, has sent me a gift, a lavishly decorated box filled with gold. As I run my hands through the coins, I feel as if the rooms start spinning around me, and my breath grows short. How unexpected, and what a curious effect. I am... oh boy. Okay. Okay. This is bad news. This is real bad news. It's fine. My son's in an okay place to take over. He's older and more dying than I would have liked. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay, probably. Oh my god. This is bad news. My vassal, Earl Caswell, has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in his eyes. He tells me my son there, Gwyn, has been challenging people to duels. Why are you challenging people to duels? You're useless at it. So I can say the duels will cease at once, or I can give him an instructor, which costs me more money than I have. Oof. I'll get you an instructor. I have no idea what this will mean when I take over as Gwyn. It'll be interesting. I'm in debt. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that England war. That's such a shame. Mental break. There's no point in me trying to do something like this. I'm gonna die anyway. Bloody Meredith, eh? Bloody Meredith. Yeah, I'll be dead in the year. Yeah, no. Okay. We've got 3 months to siege this down, and hopefully we'll give our troops some time to recover. Even have the siege going in charge, that's excellent news. And this is also the war target, which is even better news. But oh boy. Starvation's hitting hard. We've got a learning perk available. Helpful? Sure, wonderful, yeah. Let's get carefree. I'm dying anyway, so who cares? Right. Oh, we've actually won. We actually won by doing that. Oh dear. We didn't even really mean to. Oh, isn't that marvellous? The Age of the World. I've been studying the ancient religious texts and the writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree the world will end 6,000 years after its creation. Oh, I'll lose the trait Zealous if I pick this. That nothing matters here. Nothing matters here at all. Connacht, your daughter, who has a strong claim, can marry my grandson. Sure. Right, well, we won the Aquitaine War. Without even really sort of meaning to. We are pretty badly in debt, let's be honest. Idrid is still being a pain. Court Jester, laughter is the best medicine. Have you heard the one about the king and the chandler, my lord? It goes like this, my jester muses happily. My face is flushed, and tears of laughter running down my cheeks. Where does he get all the jokes from? He's hilarious. Perhaps it's time to get back to work, lest I die from laughter. Oh my god! I can say tell another one, and there's a 1% chance of I die. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Just everything is trying to kill me at the moment. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this being in debt malarkey. Not a fan at all. We didn't even manage to integrate the Duchy of Mercia in my entire rule. Which I'm also not too thrilled by. We're gaining lots of problems in various places because of being in debt. Isn't good news. Reged, who are you fighting? You're defending against the Duke of Galloway in the Galloway War for the Earldom of Gwyn. This one. Oh. Someone is plotting to kill me. I wonder who it could be. Could it be my rival who hates me and who sent me poisoned money? Oh, I'll ask for gold quickly. That's marvellous news. Oh, that's so much money. That's excellent. Oh, near death. Oh dear. Well, 66 is a decent age to go out. All my powerful vassals want council positions, yeah, and may end up getting them in the next shuffle, honestly. Duelist returns. Before Gwyn even opens his mouth, I can tell it will be bad. The panic inside is most unlike him. You have to help me, I didn't mean to use. Oh my god. Elgarman of Worcester was killed by. Oh my god. Prince Gwyn! Oh, come on! Oh no. Okay. And he's just taken over the throne as King Gwyn. Okay, the darkest days of Logres may be upon us yet. King Llewellyn of Logres rests in the arms of the Lord at 66 years of age. He died of old age. Did he? There are a lot of things wrong with him. A zealous man, he fought for the glory of God against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of recent history. And we won! Briefly. Real briefly. King Gwyn ascends to the throne. Content with his lot, Gwyn's vassals may ridicule him for his passive nature, and for being honestly completely useless. Also, apparently this guy is our dynasty head. I'm not sure how that quite works. Oh dear lord. Okay. Right, we've got lots of new inventory things. Need to pick a lifestyle. Immediately, what I want to pick is a diplomacy one. So I can potentially go down the ducal conquest tree. I can, however, gain administrator, which will give me vassal opinion +5, which is good. Oh, I also got likeable, direct vassal opinion +10. Okay, that's not terrible. And they're less likely to join certain types of factions. Oh, and my council's like me more. Okay, so that's not a terrible tree, honestly. Right. So how are powerful vassals? You're a good steward, not steward, chancellor, so you can be chancellor. You're a good marshal, you can be marshal. Spy master. None of you are good spy masters, so now just can continue being spy master. Duke Seal, who apparently like really properly hates me. You can be steward, I guess. Oof. The extortion taxes won't help him. We might see about getting those down a bit. We can't. It's a shame. I'm apparently above my domain limit. And my wife has terrible stewardship and can't help. It's a shame. We're also in debt. Like, not in debt, we're also in the red, which is bad news. That may fix itself. Okay, let's find you a spouse. What alliances do we have? We're allied to Westphal, which is a good alliance to have. You don't bring us any useful alliances. You... What's about doing? Nope. Oh, we might have to wait a very short while it catches up with us. I can negotiate an alliance with this guy. Sure. Seems sensible. Why do you hate me? Mostly because you have bad opinion of predecessor. You can have that vassal. And make you hate me a lot less. We have some disabled buildings. Those will come back online probably like next month. Oh, I can also designate a guardian for my second son. You've got a guardian, right? Yeah. My other son's guardians. What are you trying to study? Martial intrigue. We might be able to find someone better. I'll educate you. Then let's find a character. Reset filters for starters. All characters who are inside diplomatic range. And I also want to make sure you have military engineer, because that's like the best commander trait really. Someone who's not too old and won't die while they're teaching you. Sort by this score. Budge Tower, Lichowski. Awful Ward. Tear out. Please educate him. Okay. Let's also hold court artifact, apparently. Ukrainian war banner. Oh, I remember that, yeah. This is useful if I want to fight in a desert, which I absolutely don't. May end up having to give a county away, although at the moment it's sort of okay. Yeah, you are just a bit of a calamity, King Gwyn, aren't you? Not good news. And succession is once again going to nobble us if we're not careful. I was really hoping that second son would get up to 10 before last king died. Right, we have dangerous factions because it hasn't recognised I have any military power at all yet. Because the game is a bit useless with this. Right. Faithful guest has arrived, that's marvellous. We have a Ronin event. My homesick mother. I'm making my social rounds around court. I have here yet another heavy sigh coming from my mother. Whether intentional or not, Queen Mother Flora's solemn presence hasn't gone unnoticed. Oh, hello, my child, she says, after the initial startle wears off. I cannot tell for certain if she's being melodramatic or truthful. Please, pay me no mind, I'm simply homesick, that's all. I don't even get a chance to respond before she lets out another melancholic sigh. Leaving without a word is bound to change nothing, so I make the decision to speak. I can be horrible to her. I currently have no dread. I don't want to think about dread. Or I could start to learn her language. I could try and import some delicacies which cost money, which I don't do. Or I can be a little rude. Let's try and learn her language. Let's also hear some petitioners. Before the call's underway, my chancellor calls me aside. He's brandishing a garish gauntlet. Okay, I see. He wants fashions. So diplomacy and lifestyle experience is possible, or my vassals might hate me more. I probably don't want this. I never forget to face I shall be fine. Oh, I confused the guests. Oh no. It's horrible. I recognise the next set of petitions immediately. They're Duke Arthur of Brunich and Duke Seal of Witcher, a pair that are well known for their intense rivalry. Really? I thought you guys were allies. Worryingly, they're not arguing with each other. My lords, we have to tell you that the non-adherence of your wife to Arthurian customs has greatly angered many in the realm. We can't have a heathen Saxon married to our ruler. Oh my god, is she really a Saxon? Oh geez, she is! Blimey. I can try and diplomacy them, which will not work. Seal, I'm not your enemy, he is. I can try and intrigue them, which will not work. Or I can prowess challenge them, which apparently might succeed. Okay. I gained 22 dread and they like me more because they're scared of me. Right? Okay, Mayor Menarch comes forward, proceeding with much caution. Your Grace, my city of Bristol grows rich by our burghers' dealings with the trading ships, which ply the havens along Wilgard's coast. Yes, that's kind of Bristol's whole thing, is being a really rich trading city. We've made our town anew prosperous and deserve greater influence over Gloucestershire. So I can give you Gloucestershire. This is bloody stupid. I can say I'll sell you Gloucestershire. Or I can find a compromise, which apparently will 100% succeed, which gives me minus 20% taxes, but plus 10% development growth for 20 years. I can say be satisfied, which decreases taxes and development growth, or I can just throw him in prison. Well, who am I? What am I like? I am wrathful, arbitrary, and content. I'm gonna go for this negotiation. We find a compromise. There we go, my business here is done. Blimey. Okay, factions. You're not strong, that's okay. Prisoners. Do I have prisoners so I can execute? This lassie of Norway, apparently. Can I execute you? I gain stress, and I don't gain dread. Really? I don't gain dread for killing people anymore? Even children? I don't even gain dread for torturing them. What's this nonsense? Oh, maybe I have to have a court executioner to gain dread for killing people. What are the requirements? Execution requirements must... oh, okay. They have to be someone I have a valid imprisonment reason. Or someone who's imprisoned. Or who I have a strong hook on. I'm confused because I have plenty of people who are not my spouse, are not employed in a full-time court position, and are imprisoned by me. Like, loads of people. They have to be in the dungeons? Maybe it has to be men and they have to be in the dungeons. Perhaps? And I'll make you my executioner. I don't know why. No, I still can't make you. Why do you not fulfill... Yeah. Oh, okay, weird. Never mind then. Okay. What are the problem? Negotiate alliance with my mum. Sure. Negotiate alliance with this guy. Marvellous. I'm allied with you. You are a monk. You are betrothed to this person, so I don't currently have a Scottish alliance, but I might do again at some point. Just chill. Then my children want to be married. Oh boy, France is having a bit of an explosion. Count Ruprecht's claim on the Kingdom of France. Oh dear. Bad news, Henri. Most of your realm is rebelling against you. Yeah, they have twice as many soldiers as you do. They even have more soldiers than I do. It's not going to go well. Let's see. Okay, let's get our son married. What have we got? We could get Prussia on our side, although Prussia's got markedly weaker since the last time we looked at them. Let's not get married to my sister-in-law. Jarldom of Iceland. Oh, they're not that far away, and they're fairly strong. He's probably a good candidate. Let's get Iceland on side. Can't say I've ever allied with Iceland before. Hospitality. The more I study a noble art of statecraft, the more I realize how beneficial good relations with my neighbours are. I ought to have one of them visit my court so I can show them just how good a friend I can be, but who should I invite? Monster? Or Difflin? Where's Difflin? Oh, that's the Nobody County Island. Or Scotland. I can appease my vassals. No, I'm gonna try and get Scotland over because it gives me a diplomacy lifestyle. Oh, let's increase my court grandeur. I'm now the new dynasty head. My retinue and I will arrive in a few weeks' time. Okay. No one else has joined factions yet, which is good news. Most of my vassals seem fairly content with me, which is good news, even though I am a gout-ridden one-legged murderer. The Preceptive King Erfindan is finally here. Tonight we will have a feast to welcome our fine guests. My wife Anna has been hard at work with all the planning and preparations. She has asked me if I have any suggestions for the final touches. Learning challenge. Extravagance. Or I will not risk anything in the last minute changes. I know a few specialties from Alba. No, the court visit progresses poorly. That's not good. Apparently I don't know a few specialties from Alba. Merriment or reverent. I would like to show my guests the cultural highlights of Logos. The question is whether you prefer a grand dance with all the lords and ladies of the court or a visit to our finest church. He's very learned. Oh god. Okay, no. This is the problem with trying to please someone who is fickle. Even though he's a scholar with 30 learning, apparently he hated visiting the church. The sun's barely risen when I noticed one of King Afinan's servants carrying a large chest. I followed the woman to the courtyard where I found my guest overseeing loading his carriages. Excuse me a second, I have another visitor. And we're back. Apologies for that. Oh dear. Well, we did not impress Scotland. You are just a bit useless, King Gwyn. honestly. You're not doing well at anything. Murder en route. When the time comes, my agents will need the safest. Oh my god, why am I trying to murder someone? Who's this? Why am I trying to kill you? Oh my god, I'll explore them myself. Oh my god. Why are we killing this guy? Do I have any other secrets? Is a witch murdered Ephraim? Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, my murder seems to have been exposed. That's fine. That's all the impetus I need to abandon it. Let's be honest, I didn't need much convincing. Oh dear. It's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. It's all just gone. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Okie doke. My court grandeur level has decreased, apparently. Do we not have a stable level at 10? We do. So why has my court grandeur level decreased when it should be going up towards 10? Heresy. Waldensians in Ancona. Oh, who cares about Ancona? Like, really? Apparently Istria cares about Ancona. I tell you, I'm surprised how few vassals are rebelling against me. Well, Ethnifed of Devon wants me to lower Crown authority as well. Oh, you can't have it, mate. Is this? Oh, Cambridge has left the faction. Weirdly. My courtier Clemency has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Merlin dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Tudor. No, you shall be Troubadour. Also, who are you? Oh, you're the one who's going to get a claim on Connacht. And the Duke of Spoleto, who I don't care about, who also converted to Waldensianism. That's fine. Learn language. Taught a lesson. My court tutor Culfin has been aiding me day and night in my efforts to learn Doc Vulgar. His dedication to the art of teaching is inspirational. There's not a day where I've not brought a Doc Vulgar letter to read, a learned Occitan man to converse with, or an extraordinary mnemonic rhyme. He's doing his job well. Blimey. My counsellor, Ednefed, died gout-ridden, and I've inherited Devon and 2 other titles. I see, okay. I'm not sure you can be Lord Marshal. Right, I'm now 4 holdings above my limit. But bizarrely, I'm still getting 11.6 monthly income. Which is pretty much exactly what I was getting before. And that might now go up. Oh no, because this will... they don't cause penalties yet. Okay. Right, where did we inherit? Kendal, Lancaster, Exeter, and somewhere. You're never going to be convinced to take the vows, are you? When's your birthday? 9th August. Okay, we'll wait till your 10th birthday, see if there's a small chance of convincing you to take the vows. And then when you inevitably say no, we might give you some territory. Right, okay, we're now 10. You won't say yes. Then no chance. Okay, let's grant some time. Also, let's save, because succession is a finicky thing. So at the moment, you're in line for Lancashire, which I'm happy for you to have, Derby, Gloucestershire, and Leicestershire. And what I'd probably really like to get is like all the ones I don't need. So Kendal and Lancaster and Exeter. Oh, but I do want to get you married first, so I can decide who you marry. Not Westphalen. Random Czech host, no thank you. Issoudun, here in France. Maybe? He's about your age, he's probably a good fit. He's Montague. Oh, that's down there. Let's get married to Agathodax. Get Montague on side. And once that marriage has been accepted, then we can see about giving you some territory. Marvellous, okay. Second son. Not titles. Doop. Down here. For show. And then yes, does it tell you like what my income is from each? No, that would be. Oh no, it does. There we go. Alright, so nothing from the Hobart for sure. Warwickshire. That gives me nothing. It will give me something at some point. Why do you give me nothing? I guess a judge development by eye, I guess. Leicester's probably pretty bad. Either Leicester or Warwick, and we'll wait. Until we can figure it out. Which will be sometime in November. My courtier Ellen is plotting against you. You guys! Stop trying to kill each other, be friends! Delicate affairs. Earl Blevin has been of real help in the past few days, aiding me in my efforts to strengthen the realm's ties with our neighbours. He's just offered himself again to help me gain the King of Scotland's trust, which I utterly failed to get before. He could become my friend, which is pretty nice. Or I can try and handle him on my own, and probably fail, or I can lose stress, which I don't have. Oh, I want that lifestyle experience, but I don't want to make him any more cross with me than he already is. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Do I need to go on a pilgrimage? It might be helpful to have the pilgrim trait. Let's show this prince in, so that he can pay homage to me. Let's go on a short pilgrimage, if possible. There's a short pilgrimage. It doesn't cost me very much. It does involve walking across England, the territory of the enemy. I don't think that homage thing is fired properly. I decided to go on a pilgrimage. There's an Armeno-Kurdish hybrid culture. Canterbury attracts pilgrims from all over the Catholic world. It's not inconceivable that I would run into Prince Lot of Bourbon on my journey. What is inconceivable is the way he's treated me. Spend piety to wound him. Or spend prestige to gain athletic. Athletic's a pretty good trait. I gained athletic, okay. Then when I get home I'll probably call a hunt. Connacht is very on fire. Who are you fighting, Connacht? You're fighting Galloway. I've walked the holy path. Because we have armed pilgrimage, I get determined pilgrim, even though... Actually, I was going to say even though the danger on the way to Canterbury wasn't great. But actually, it is Saxon England. That might be the greatest danger of all, to be honest. The return, it is good to be home. Oh, it's gone November. Learn language failure, oh my god. It's impossible to learn with the vulgar language. Okay, well, I mean, she'll be disappointed, but it's okay. I got the... oh, blimey, I lose so much stress from hunts. Blimey. Oh, yes, I wanted to see how much money Warwick gains me now. 1 second, Sahan. Right, Leicester. 0.8 taxes, 400 soldiers. Warwick. 1.8 taxes, 350 soldiers. You can have Leicester. Also, let's get some development on. So we can get even more money in the future. Penfro. There we go. Now I can ask the Pope for gold, thus making that pilgrimage super duper worthwhile. Oh, and I gain money for this as well. Marvellous. Huge income. That went very well. We gained 260 prestige, which is a decent chunk. I can host a peace, but I don't want to, particularly. I'll also build something new here. Square pastoral lands. Did I not just ask you to build some pastoral lands? No, that was somewhere else. Okay. That was you. And... everywhere here is expensive at the moment because I just spent all of my money. Right. Okay, so England holding... Loggers holding together against England even. Better than expected. I probably can declare war on you right now. You really hate me. Oh, you want some of my duchies. That's fair, I suppose. You're not getting them, but I can understand why you want them. Right, we've nearly finished converting Mercia. What wars do I have on you at the moment? Just this guy's various claims. Hmm. The fact that there isn't currently a Duke of Cornwall or a Duke of Wessex is a bit of a problem for me. Someone is trying to kill Volgiza. Oh my god, how many murder schemes are there going on in my court? Jesus Christ. What the hell just happened? As the renown of my dynasty grows, familiarity with the glorious Merlin sigil spreads too. My family's device is now recognized in the regional circles of nobility, counted highly among the prominent Arthurian bloodlines. As it should be, my banner has become masterwork. Okay. I'm not really sure what that means. Is it on the walls? Oh my god, I've got inspiration that can be funded. What's the forge? A dagger? A dagger? Yeah, I have a dagger. This is my Merlin house banner. 0.2 prestige, 0.06 renown, plus 2 grandeur. 0.06 renown, plus 2 grandeur. I'll be trading vassal limit for powerful vassal opinion. Whereas I'm not yet oh, my brother Gwydia died under mysterious circumstances. Blimey. Who killed you? Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not near my vassal limit, so I'll put that one up to get a little bit of vassal opinion. Not a lot, but every little helps. I got my name. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Gwyn. And hello there, we appear to be back. I apologise for the technical difficulties. We've actually gone a couple of days without them, so we're sort of getting hopeful that things might be on the way towards being fixed. But obviously that was far, far too ambitious. What a shame. Anyway. I don't believe you missed very much, I hope not. We discovered a murder plot, and I think that's now been ended because we discovered it. We've got a dagger inspiration from this lassie over here. And really, we are just sort of working towards this diplomacy lifestyle experience, so we can hopefully get a Ducal Conquest Casus Belli. Ingeborg wants to name my thing after something. In memory of Gwydia. That's not a bad shout, seeing as he'd get murdered. In memory of Gwydia it shall be. We want that sweet, sweet renown. In terms of renown, we're going down the new customs legacy tree. Oh my god, my mum died. And we've just inherited a new bit of land, which is down here. Which we definitely don't want. I've also inherited a pressed orchid. Sure. So plus fertility, which I don't want. I've also just remembered I want to switch out my inventory. So I don't want this giving me plus fertility. Let's grab this lucky Norse coin, put that on. Sure. Although we're not using it at the moment. Okay, we'll put on the pot shirts instead. Oh god. There we go. It's fine. Everything's fine. Right, we also have this random thing down here, Quercy, which we probably want to give away to somebody. But I'm sort of hoping my son and ward will just got a little bit of the middle of Aquitaine by mistake. Happens sometimes. Yeah, sort of hoping that my son will take the vows when he's ready. We don't have heraldry yet. When will we get heraldry? 3 years. Okay, so that'll be good. We may need to find somebody to be Quercy. I can also host fees, which I don't want to do. Let's see, is there anyone floating around the Northern Dynasty? Yeah, is there anyone floating around the Northern Dynasty who is actually, I've got someone who's got a claim on the Isles here, right? Is that a lassie? Is that a guy? All the claimants are girls, so I sort of assume it's a girl. Got here, mother of Duke Gwyn. No, Gwydia, that's you. Yeah, okay. So you, I'm hoping to press your claim for anyway. Or your child's claim for. And then you married this lady who has these claims. I feel a little bad, honestly, about stripping you of your titles. So I might give you Quercy, maybe. There you go, you can have Quercy as an apology. Greetings, my modest liege. Your son, Kluark, eldest son, has taken great interest in my work as your chancellor as of late. If you were to graciously allow me to spend some time with the young man, be sure to learn quite a few things about politics, etiquette, and diplomacy. Tell you what, I probably need to guess diplomacy. Okay. His future does not concern you, or you get to hook on me and he becomes his mentor. So mentor's different to a guardian, right? I don't really want you to have a hook on me is the main thing. What's your contract like? I mean, I don't stand to lose a lot, but still. Okay, as long as you know what you're doing. How's Europe looking at the moment? Pretty Muslim. As ever. Inspiration, Fickle Philip. Belonged to the very grave-looking Ingeborg, my weaponsmith, hoping she doesn't bring ill news of the dagger she should soon have ready for me. She's hit a wall in her work. My ears have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. She needs some inspiration. So I can say, I know what you need. Um, 10% chance of progress and quality. 10% chance of progress, 40% chance of nothing, 30% chance of -1 progress, 10% chance of -2 progress. Or I can try and witch it up, which has better odds than athleticing it up. Or I can go to the army. I have just the tonic. Let's witch it up. Amuse sleeps. Gosh darn it. One day, one of our switches will get a good witch on. Concerning tutelage, Chancellor Blethyn's tutelage of my son is already going through it. You better not now be his... No, okay, you're not his guardian. The Lark has learned a lot more than I dared to hope, and he's taking some of his future responsibilities more seriously than before. He gained 2 diplomacy. Nice. Okay. Happy with that. Happy with that. I'm honestly surprised how chill the factions have been on this succession, considering that I have a lot of traits that mean people don't like me. People are fairly okay. And still declare war on France for bits of France I don't care about. I can still declare war on England for this guy, who's, let's be honest, a bit of a pain. Maybe I should have banished you when I had the chance. My spy master's come to me with great news. Someone's plotting to kill my wife! Oh my god! Oh, England has no allies and is fighting a tyranny war. And an artifact claim war. Now is probably a perfect time to pounce. Do I want E6 or do I just want Dorset? I think I might want just Dorset, to be honest. Although E6 might also get me Dorset. I haven't quite figured out exactly how those things work, to be honest. I thought I should be enough, I think. Duke Meredith has become Arthurian. That's nice. Oh dear, social manipulation. My marshal has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. I'm always bad at this. I can manipulate him, so I think he will do everything in his power to get the task done. He's greedy, craven, gregarious. I think he's conscientious. That one's probably a good one. We'll do this one a go. I've gained a hook on him. Marvellous news. Let's see, actually, honestly, your feudal contract is pretty rough on you already. I wouldn't mind throwing on forced partition. Just to keep you weak. Inspiration, creative freedom. This is ridiculous, Wolfgith protests. I would trust the craftsman of the king. So do I have... You're cheap to call it, aren't you? I'll call him on to you. Just to try and make things go quicker. I might be able to help you if you let me see your work. You'll see it once it's finished, Ingeborg retorts. You should leave a woman to her work when she is forging a dagger fit for royalty. It's this one again, basically. We'll give it a go. Oh, 40% chance of lower quality. So I don't really want to spend the prestige on getting rid of Wolfgith. Dovgan improves the work. Marvellous. Higher quality dagger. And Montague is gonna come join me. This is real swell. Right, we'll grab Dorset. Now let's march on the capital. Oh, we can't march on the capital that way because we can't actually get across the Thames here. Inspiration realised, my lord! She approaches me with a wide grin, sweat dripping down her face, and soot smeared across her face. Sorry, sweat dripping down her forehead, which I suppose is part of her face, and soot smeared across her face. So I've got a dagger that gives me hostile scheme power plus 9. Which is marvellous news, it's true. I'm currently wielding this, which gives me plus 2 personal scheme success chance. I probably want to wear the other one. Cluark comes of age. He's got an alright intrigue education. He's a bit bad at everything else though. It's a shame. Montague's on their way. Oh my god, they have a lot of troops. Blimey. Diplomacy perk number 1. Thoughtful. Suffolk is under siege. Well, that's ambitious with your 500 dudes, but okay. My son Aaron approaches me in the red display of honesty. I would definitely like to get a hook on you. Try and convince you to take the vows and such. Ah, we're back up to Court Ranger level 10. Excellent news. What I am going to do is I'm going to split off like a small bunch of guys. First, they give you a siege card, but they seem to be all out of them at the moment. You guys go up here, everyone else can come over here. Oh, I need to get my councillor on. Oh, he's cheaper. Oh, he's not very good at making allies cheaper. See what we can do about getting a battle here. Lots of buildings being built. It's all marvellous news. Won a great victory. Right, everyone march on this place, I suppose. Court Jester, laughter is the best medicine. Have you heard the one about the king and the school, my lord? It goes like this. So I can lose 7 stress or 26% 26 stress and possibly die. Let's just lose the 7 stress. That's basically all my stress anyway. Right, we are fairly close to being there. Unfortunately, you're going to siege down the capital. I don't really want you to do. Let's say I'm going to go fight these guys. Will you come join and stop your thingy? Yes, you will. Bluff, I didn't want to push you off that either. Darn it. Okay, hopefully I'll still be able to siege this down. I might not be able to siege this down before you can siege that down. No, I won't. Done. It'll be blooming close though, won't it? Oh, that's a real shame. Oh well, sorry CXO. I'm not actually sure if it's going to matter or not though. You may not end up having an army anyway. Okay, so we've nibbled that bit of England, and now the word log is really big, which is excellent news. And you're still in your war, which is okay, I suppose, even if it's not ideal. However, apparently, Prince Senfus, who's this guy? This guy is in line to inherit the Kingdom of England. It's not ideal. At all. I could usurp and destroy the Kingdom of England. Oh, but that would reset all of my progress. I'm only 12 years away. Why is everyone voting for this guy? No one is voting for this guy. What? What? I'm lost and confused. Yeah, no one's voting for you. The Duchess of Kent is not voting for you. Countess Gwydia Lynn is also not voting for you. Okay, taking a while to update. I guess they're going to switch away because you're a foreigner now. Probably. Anyway, the lure of language. Ruling the multicultural kingdom of Logos comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign subjects often feel alienated when they can't speak their native tongue in court, breeding resentment. The vassal procedure suggests they can significantly improve relations with their Anglo-Saxon subjects by learning to speak their language alongside my own. So this is a lot easier than a normal learn language scheme. I'll give it a go. Know thy enemy, etc. Can I also try and learn your language at the same time? I'll give it a go. Magnus Billing of Westfalen has expired. But I can get an alliance with the new Westfalen, who is still pretty heckin' powerful. And is as young as I am. At least. Let's hope England continues to lose these wars. They do now seem to be beating Cornwall. Oh god, actually, I do want you to win the Cornwall War. If at all possible. I've learnt Anglo-Saxon. Marvellous! Or Anglic. Yeah, I do want you to win the Cornwall War. Because I don't want you to be deposed and put this kid on the throne. Although, I still haven't figured out what's bloomin' going on with this vote. Why? No one is voting for you, kid! Why do you have votes? My courtier Agnes has got smallpox. That's not good news. Who's this guy? He is sort of a nobody. If I throw you out, apparently a whole bunch of people will go with you. For unclear reasons, so I guess I can't do that. You'll just have to die of smallpox. Ah, we've discovered heraldry. Okay, marvellous. Don't think I actually have enough prestige to change this, do I? Well, I also have powerful vassals who oppose me. I see, okay. They have to work on swaying them. But that's okay, because like I said, I don't have the prestige yet anyway. And we need to pick a new, new tech. So we're already being exposed to hoardings, which will give us better castles and stuff, which is marvellous. Trebuchets is pretty good. Let's grab trebuchets. Although, banking is pretty good. Let's grab banking. It would be annoying to lose Dorset straight away. But it wouldn't be the end of the world, I suppose. You guys are definitely gonna win this war, and then hopefully Dorset will also claim this artifact. What artifact are you fighting over? Oh my god! Jesus Christ, he's claiming all of them! That's gotta be most of the artifacts that England owns. Agnes fell ill but recovered, and smallpox is over. And Colfin, who is a wonderful physician who served us for ages, is doing well. Oh no, a different vassal's going to inherit the kingdom. This guy, Buckingham. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. Duchess Madron. Ah, the child of Meredith. He's finally died, thank God. Show in the new Duchess. Serve me well. Marvellous news. Yeah, okay, there might not be much we can do about England's succession. There's not that many people they can vote for. What happened to my old marshal? I don't know. I do still have the option to usurp. Oh! Did that succession happen already? Oh, blimey! You just straight up succeeded. You inherited it via abdication. Okay, so we got a bit of England and then we lost some of it. And apparently you've now also lost your artifact claim war? No, you've still got your artifact claim war, but you're not doing as well in it as you were. And I reckon you're probably a lot less likely to win now that this kid is involved in a tyranny war. Not good. Gout-ridden. Time for treatment. The time has come to treat your gout, so I'm fairly certain the simple tincture would suffice. The choice is yours. You do no more than what is necessary. A little brighter. Oh, I forgot I had gout. I'm not enjoying having gout, let's put it this way. Looking for factions. Oh, despite swearing fealty, you're actually in the Liberty faction, but that's kind of okay. Learn language failure. Okay. Apparently I'm just really bad at learning languages. That's okay. It'll free me up to sway some vassals. Oops. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the competition for England is far from over, but I think that has gotten rid of our truce. Yeah. So we might potentially be able to do these Ducal Conquest wars sooner rather than later. Ransom. Want to be ransom this random guy? Sure. I can also hold court. Marvelous. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in. Some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can observe. Okay. Oh yeah, look, there's my peg leg. I forgot I had that. It's clipping through my trousers something terrible. Two of my vassals are pushing one another and jostling to reach my throne first. Duke Seal of Whicher, who seems to have held on to Whicher marvellously, bows before me. My lord, murder is wanton in the city streets throughout Kingdom of Logos. It would be civilizing if we instituted a ban on townspeople bearing arms, at least within city limits. Blimey, Duke Signar kicks him out of the way. Safety is each man learning to protect himself. Banning carry of weaponry will castrate the townspeople. So this isn't a topical event at all. You understand? This is more topical than the bloomin' Tinder event. We can ban weapons, but I don't like that because I like weapons. We can keep our swords lest our realm weaken, which gives me open weapon carry permitted, plus popular opinion, plus opinion with this guy, and no one hates me and I don't get any stress. Or I can solve this safety debate with violence. There's a duel, and I can lose 52 stress because I am arbitrary. Although I don't have 52 stress at the moment. Excuse me. Gosh, that was one of those 1% chance of death laughing events that just happened to me, and I made it through on the 99% chance. So this will basically be the same as weapons ban in cities, but it won't make anyone like me. It's a shame because I would really like to make Seal have this opinion boost on me, but it's a lot of stress. We're gonna do it. We shall ban weapons. Merging of cultural identities. The air is thick with anticipation as my spy master Duke Griffith approaches me. You are like the best intriguey person in the world, right? Yeah, probably. My lord, I come with grave news, but with a solution to fix this problem. It's become increasingly clear that the Welsh and Arthurian are becoming more, perhaps even too, similar. It's paramount that we show them that it's us, Arthurian, who are the forefront of innovation. So I can decrease Arthurian and Welsh cultural acceptance, which we don't want. I can arrange for an exhibit which decreases cultural acceptance a bit, which we still don't want. Or I can make you cross. You're not a powerful vassal, although I don't really want my spymaster to be cross with me, especially a spymaster who is really good at spymastering. But no, we are here to play nice with the Welsh, dang it. Finally, a cumbersome gift. The whole throne room full silence as my friend Earl Blevin enters triumphantly, followed by two struggling servants who are dragging a chained bear. Smiling proudly, Blevin exclaims, "My lord, I present you a gift worthy of the mightiest ruler in the world. This magnificent beast was hunted in the forest of Nottinghamshire, and now I offer it to you as a symbol of my devotion and your unparalleled power." Before I read any of the options, I'm going to just say, don't keep bears as pets. It's really inhumane. It's bad. The only reason why people did it in the medieval ages was because they did lots and lots of bad things in the medieval ages. Moving on, I can kill the animal for its hide, which gives me 80% chance of just a small prestige bonus, and a 20% chance of a pelt court artifact. Or I can gain a pet monster, which gives me plus 0.25 dread per month, and a court grandeur bonus. What's my current dread change per month? Currently is nothing. Okay. Or it looks dangerous and smelly, take it away, and that'll make him cross. I don't want to make him cross. Both of these are horrible options. Do I want dread or the court grandeur? So, do I want the dread or do I want the possibility of a pelt? I'll take the possibility of a pelt. Don't think I succeeded. Yeah, no, I didn't succeed, that's a shame. Whole court conclusion. Normal courtly life takes its place. There we go. Oh, so that was a really interesting hold court. I could also host a feast if I wanted to. I'm not going to just yet. And we can unlock a new dynasty legacy. Before I do this, what's some going on? We're only 6. That's fine. Cultural acceptance gain plus 20%, and unlocks a cultural emissary court position. Okay. What's a cultural emissary? It's at home. I've got a lot of people in my court, don't I? You've been a court artificer for 21 years, and you've not done anything useful in that whole time. Prestige and different cultural opinion. The 0.4 a month. Probably not worth it. Which is a shame, but okay. Oh my gosh, Rise of the Mongols. So this is something that definitely doesn't concern the matter of England. But it's worth noting that's going on here. Word has reached me that the new leader has risen up among the barbarian tribes of the distant steppes. This Kurgan Temujin has declared himself ruler of the universe, Genghis Khan, and has sworn to conquer the entire world. He's not the first to make that step. The story goes the Kurgan rides at the head of a horde of invincible horsemen that cannot be killed. They more or less can't be killed, to be honest. It's awful. He gets 31,000 event troops. And so do his successor, successor's successor, and successor's successor's successor. And like I say, I doubt he'll get very far. It's awful. And at the moment, he starts out with an empire level title, which is something of itself in and of itself. And he starts out with 31,000 event troops, and as you can see, he's already invading Mongolia. It's just awful. But I've never seen him really get further than like the Byzantine Empire. Like he always gets to the Byzantine Empire, but I've never seen him get further than that. Because by that point, the AI has a weird quirk where it only ever raises up its troops in the capital. So, oh my god, are you fighting all of Mongolia? You are fighting all of Mongolia, and you're gonna win because you're 31,000 soldiers. But Jesus. Yeah. So he's gonna get there, but I can't imagine that he's gonna reach towards me in 3 generations. We have a new court event. Ellen, the court poet. She's pacing up and down my throne room. She's been yelling at anyone who crosses the line she treads. As I approach, I am met with literary fury. Cross not my path unless you are a descending muse. Oh. Poet's face lights up in elation. You may have the inspiration I crave, my lord. I'm seeking a theme for my next work. Could you tell me who your favourite hero is? Lady Godiva gives me court grandeur. Me gives me court grandeur. Or, why do we pay you if you cannot compose on demand? I'm not particularly arrogant, am I? Unusually, Firavura. I'm content. Lady Godiva it shall be. What's Holy Roman Empire doing? Holy Roman Empire is looking okay. Venice is looking pretty big at the moment, which is a nice surprise. Also, there's hefty Genoa. Has eaten half of Burgundy. Or has risen out of half of Burgundy, possibly. Oh my god. I need a hero. As per my request, my perk brings me a work inspired by Lady Godiva, but it is not as I expected. I am riding alongside Lady Godiva in this poem. Just as beautiful, but just as nude. Oh dear. What is my court grandeur at, by the way? We're up here with the... So we're at max already. Blimey. I would be angry, but this is sure to win me admirers. I'll gain, compared to Lady Godiva for 5 years, I gained the Tales of Lady Godiva artifact. And, okay, interesting. Or, this is amusing. Or, this looks like prime tinder for my next fire. Which will upset everyone who is lustful in my court. No! This is sure to win me admirers. I want the artifact, if nothing else. New artifact. All court artifacts. Tales of Lady Godiva. Attraction premium plus 12. I can replace a different book. One of my current books. Prestige and monthly martial experience, or prestige and monthly learning experience. Attraction opinion is quite good, because attraction opinion is just opinion with everyone who's attracted to you, which is sort of not what it says on the tin. I think that's how it works. Maybe that's not how it works? I don't know. Maybe that's not how it works. Yeah, attraction opinion probably not worth it at this point. I am about to get a diplomacy perk, which will give me Duke of Conquest. Hopefully, I can also ask the Pope for some gold. That's nice. Money, money, money. Must be sunny. Oh, and Ellen immediately died from getting way too excited about the whole Lady Godiva malarkey. Right, I'm able to use the Duke of Conquest cast a spell eye. Marvellous. I really should have double checked that before. Make sure I can actually use it. Yes, okay, Duke of Conquest of County. Either one of these. So that'll give me Cornwall. I don't really want to get Cornwall. I want Cornwall to work for me. Actually, that being said, right, we'll when we've got enough prestige, we'll see how we'll use Hampshire as a test case for how it works. Because that'll get us almost all the way towards Wessex. I think that was going to be such an expensive cast of spell eye, to be honest. What am I doing? What am I doing? Does anyone know? Accumulating prestige, basically. Oh, I was going to... Let's not figure out what that does. Maybe I should try it at some point. I can also work off some stress. That's not right. So I'm trying to work on pleasing some vassals. So that they will work with me. Oh yes, I want to see if I can get a replacement court poet. The answer is probably not. No, I can't, that's okay. His gifts are plentiful. So this is a witchy event. I pour my gifts onto the soil, herbs, milk, and honey. My eyes closed and smoke stinging in my nostrils, I raise my arms towards the moon. Master, knower of all truths and father of all power, please accept my humble gifts and offer me your guidance in turn. I ask him for, oh my god, that's so much stressful, Jesus Christ. Or scheming, or alluring confidence. I don't want that. Ooh. 2+1's not that great. Stressless is marvellous, but I haven't really been taking many stressful options. I'll take peace of mind. I'm also going to place the Grand Right. Oh, what happened? Prince Edred has lost his war against someone. Who knows what? Grand Right, an uninvited guest. My fellow witches arrive in Carmarthen. I glimpsed an unfamiliar face. When I go to meet my sister Princess Sonella, she introduces the strange woman as Ellen, who's a wanderer. They're old acquaintances, it turns out, and Sonella asks if Ellen may join our rite. The more the merrier? Sure, the more the merrier. Random lady. I'm willing to bet you'll disappear as soon as this whole thing is over. Right, as usual, I can pick how I'm going to introduce. So I've got 75% chance, 60% chance, 85% chance. Allow my charisma and improvise. Yes, we reach Crusader together, howling his name at the moon as one. Right, I don't need the stress loss. I can gain an intrigue lifestyle perk unlock, which is pretty good. Ooh, okay. That's there. I can spend time with the implacable Ellen, which has an 81% chance of making her my rival, but a 17% chance of making her my friend. Or I can get stress loss. Yes, sure. Apparently, I've been doing this is my second chance in a while to get scheming done, so we'll go for it. I want probably truth is relative. That's a really good one. It'll also help me if I want to claim some of those Excaliburs at any point. I think that's a diplomacy perk to get, right? Yeah, buy artifact claim interaction. Down there. Quite far away. Until next time. Councillor Gruffith! No! The best spy master in the world has died! And all the other options are terrible. Oh, got a new powerful vassal. Oh, all my vassals are opposing at the moment. This is nightmarish. I just want to change my succession. I suppose I could spend. I've got the money that I could spend it on games. We'll wait till this way is 5 and then we'll see. Because I've got plus opinion gain from gifts, right? Where are we? Succession. Change. Well, simple gifts. You gain 50 opinion on. It's not that expensive. I'll sway an opportunity. I found an opportunity. I think I could argue our goals are in fact the same. I'll try and maintain subtlety. Okay. You approve now. Not swing because you're a child. Can I send you a gift? How can you oppose when you're a child, dang it? Okay. So we'll start swaying this lady, and then once we've got her up, we'll probably send a gift to the kid. Unless he comes of age in that time. Oh, he's not going to come of age in that time. We'll send a gift to the kid, because we have no other way of improving his opinion of me. And then we'll change succession laws. Astonishingly, England is losing this war. This battle here. Oh no, not again, Anna. Please don't be another son. It's been hard enough getting this son off. My sister can get married to this guy and get me an alliance with Scotland, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, England is going to lose all of them artifacts. That's hilarious. That's actually so funny. You go, little guy. You go. Where do you rule from? Oh, you actually rule from up here, sadly. It would be kind of nice if they ended up in Dorset. I like Dorset. My grandmother used to live in Dorset. I don't know where exactly it is on this map. Inspiration strikes. Oh, my court artificer has gained an inspiration at long last. We've been waiting for so long and paying her so much money. What type of armor do I desire? What type of armor have I got? I've got fine shiny mail. I'll trust your judgment. Sway, the good Duchess. I can gain prestige or spend prestige and gain opinion. That's probably worth it, even though I do need prestige. Can I change the prestige focus? I can change it. There we go. Do. All the things I could do. It's cost me one opinion with you, which is a shame. Luckily, that other vassal's a coward, and so won't oppose me even though he's at minus 100. Oh, thank goodness for that. Elignon. Elignon will be fine. We have Edgar Hilario in the chat. Hello there, Edgar Hilario. I have failed my sway. What is my sway percent chance? 81%. Oh, I got a little bit lucky, I guess. She updates me on her progress, droning on about the limits of hammer and bellows as remind you with bold ideas my scale armor. Forging may not be my personal forte, but it doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. Stewardship challenge. Costs a little bit of stress. A little bit chance of improving stuff. Prowess challenge. Better chance of improving stuff. Or martial challenge. Let's get the prowess challenge on the go. My ideas are poor. God damn it. I spent all this time employing you as my artificer. Oh dear, not again. Yeah, I spent all this time paying you to be my artificer, and then I immediately have terrible ideas on what my thing should be. Teviotdale, who belongs to Dara, who belongs to England. You want to be my ally with your 900 troops. I think you. But my son can absolutely go and meet this kid, whoever this kid is. In terms of our pinned characters, Freya is still going strong, 42. And oh, Hereward, second son now? Yes, second son has come of age. He's got an okay military education, he's got the flexible leader trait. That's solid. You know, you're going to be a vassal one day, you've got alright prowess, you've got alright martial. That'll be fine. Oh, Why are all my powerful vassals not on the council anymore? I specifically put a bunch of powerful vassals on the council. Oh, Herewalt is a powerful vassal. That's fine because he loves me. That's okay. I'm surprised you're a powerful vassal there, Herewalt, but okay. Now his youngest son. You're 8 years old. Nearly able to ask you to take the fells. Oh, and the Duchess has passed away. Okay, we've got one guy left to influence. We can't sway you, so we have to gift him. And now... Oh, I'm 3 prestige short. We have to wait 1 month. Come on. Come on. There we go. Pass law, high partition, locked in, marvellous, wonderful. Oh, I'm gonna need so much prestige if I want to... Hang on. What happened here? Oh! Oh, okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. So apparently Cornwall was the heir of Northumbria, or Brennich, as it's called. I'm super duper happy with that. Realm succession. Moment, we're gonna lose Staffordshire, Derby, and Warwickshire. That's fine. That's marvelous news. We can also create the Duchy of Cornwall whenever we need to. We don't need to. This is good news. I just need to save up. Oh, you might be about to lose horribly. Possibly. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on with you. Honestly, it's all a bit of a mess in this war. Yeah, we want to save up prestige for this Ducal Conquest Casus Belli. Tempted to host a hunt and a feast. Even though I don't need the stress loss, but I've got the money and will give me a decent chunk of prestige straight away. Bounding through the plains, I'm gaining on a majestic stag I've been chasing for hours. Just as I prepare to strike, I hear Prince Herewalt cry out in pain. He's fallen and clutching his leg. Right, he's gained wounded, but I can give you dressed wounds, and I can get +1 bounding for 10 years. Or I can make my son a little bit upset with me and gain 150 prestige. I'm sorry, son. There's no time to lose. You'll have to rely on your own doctor instead of your random dad who's not very good at surgery, but is very good at chopping things off. Oh my god, I've got 18 prestige, 18 prowess. I'm pretty sure I had like 6 before. Okay, lovely. Toast the feast. Welcome, friends. Feast in my house. I did everything I could to ensure that Kluark and Count Kettle would be as far away from each other as possible. This is my heir versus the son who the vassal who my dad took territory off and then gave other territory to because he felt bad. I'm afraid I'm going to side with Kettle over this, because my son absolutely loves me to pieces and Kettle doesn't. So I'm going to restrain Kluark. Feast, the seat of power. Yeah, what claim do you have? Oh, you have a Connacht claim. That's you. Oh wow, you're very young. Blimey. What a feast! An excellent opportunity for both my son and heir Llywarch and me to learn more about the people that serve us. Neither my friend Earl Blevin nor my steward Duke Seal have settled down yet, and I quickly call a servant over to rearrange the seating. So I can make Llywarch sit beside Earl Blevin, or Llywarch sit beside Duke Seal. I think Duke Seal is the important one to get on side with my son. As he is the potential future king of somewhere. Peace, mutual spirits. What started as an old feast could become an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Queen Anna. Oh, my wife. It's just a shame that you gave me too many sons. As my guest depart, I gain 150 prestige and some people like me. Marvellous news. Oh, and we have famed armor, the Merlin scale armor. She's trying hard to keep professional demeanor, but I can see the fire in her eyes as she tells me her work is done. It's constructed from masterfully crafted, hardened leather scales that fastens to a backing of leather. The set includes a great helm and mail coif? I don't know how that word's pronounced. Padded with velvet, the whole armor has been carved with thin lines from Heart's liquid material. Yep, I'm going to go put that straight on. Yes, my son can go and visit you. Oh, my Godwyn dynasty banner that I stole from England has low durability. Do I want to repair the Godwyn dynasty banner? It's not my banner. Do I care if the Godwyn dynasty banner breaks? I don't think I'm even displaying it at the moment, am I? We've got Anglo-Saxon tapestry, English war banner, my banner. No, we're not. Because I'm not of that dynasty, it doesn't really affect me. So I'm just going to let it deteriorate. I think that'll be a big take that to England. My cousin, Duke Signar. Oh my god, is scheming against my wife, Queen Anna. Throw him in jail! Yeah, he's a vassal, right? Throw him in jail. Having vassals in jail is always a good thing. What do I need to do to get this bloody Cornwall? The thing of Cornwall. Oh, I didn't check how succession has changed. Oh, I did check how succession has changed, I think. Oh, this Arctic Clone War is going tenuously. Nathan's army is not hostile, so it's not like I can raise my troops and just sneakily eat them. Ransom. Oh, propose alliance. The Earl of Ossory wants an alliance. Sure. We've got 1,000 dudes. I'm happy to see stuff go up down in Ireland. What's the faction doing? Whoever this person is upset. They're upset because they want to sit in the council. Are you good enough to sit in the council? Maybe. You'd be an okay spy master, but as it is, I'm not worried by the faction. And the King of Castile has decided they now speak Brythonic on account of how wonderful my my court is. There are big advantages to being the best court in the world. Having lots of money isn't one of them. Although actually I do have lots of money anyway. Excuse me, I have another visitor. We are having a few problems at home, which may cause me to wrap up the stream fairly soon, but that's okay. Let's quickly have a look. Judith has given birth to a daughter. She didn't know. Oh, apparently those problems have been resolved. Don't know how that works. My sister Judith has given birth to a daughter. Who's this guy? Okay, so you're gonna get some claims at some point, and then you'll have claims. And then it'll be possibly time for us to take over the Kingdom of Scotland. Possibly. She should be blessed with a good name. We've had a lot of Fleurs in our time. Fletchy, Gwenfrey, Elaine, Eleanor, Nilith, Ragnell, Blodwyn. Oh, I love Blodwyn as a name. It's the name of one of the dragons in the TV series Ivor the Engine. We do not have enough prestige for this war, but I don't really want to stop my vassal from... How are you being raided by the Isle of Iceland? Then I'm not being raided by the Isle of Iceland. Anyway, yeah. I don't really want to stop my vassal war from going on if there's a chance of them winning. I don't know if there is a chance of them winning. Arad has been asking me for a pet rabbit for some time. I told him I'd get him one in 3 months if he'd displayed more focus. He responded he was fine with his current dedication, reward or no reward. So he can be content, which is pretty good, or fickle, or trusting. You can keep content. I'm happy for you to be content. Oh god, you're going to be here a while, aren't you? I wonder if I can raise my army to de-occupy this territory, as it is my territory that's occupied. The answer is probably not, but it's worth giving it a go. I can't, so that's okay. Was worth a go, just because it'll make this whole thing go a lot faster. Oh, I've got low county control and different. What are you doing in different? Oh, look, here come the Raiders of Reykjavik. Oh, it's England who's being raided by Iceland. Oh! Blimey, Freya was murdered. But that's potentially good news, because I think that means you've now inherited a claim on the Northern Islands. Which is excellent. We want to push that pretty much straight away. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely gave it a moment's thought, but Duchess Gwengwethlon has grown bolder, and she is being a pain. Her challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. She's testing my limits, the others are sure to follow, unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. So I can mock her insistent whining. I think she's self-conscious. She's greedy, diligent, and patient. I think she will do everything in her power. And I think she's diligent. She shall have impossible tasks. We've gained a hook on her. Use that to change her contract, although her contract's actually as bad as it's ever going to get, really. We could also use this to revoke a title, but I don't really want to revoke titles. what I do want to do is have a look at Norway and see what your total strength is. 7,080, which I can definitely deal with. Go to a bit of Sweden, and this bit of Scotland, and Angermanland. Where's Angermanland? Oh, it's a bit of Sweden again. Okay, I can't push for a duchy claim for some reason. Why can I not push for your duchy claim? Does anyone know? I don't think anyone does know. You have a duchy claim on this bit. Okay, we'll push your claim on Shetland for now. We'll also set up a betrothal. Try and get you married to someone with good traits, probably. Oh my gosh, Princess Oak Trader, I remember you. You were my prisoner for ages. Yeah, we'll set you up with you. Maybe you can have some good kids. I can call my allies into war. I probably want to call... Oh, it's very expensive to call Scotland into war, isn't it? Okay, let's call Montague into war. You're cheap. Let's knock you down just a little bit. Don't need all of your idea. Oh hey, Lothian's right here. There might be a problem soon then. Oh, there's some Iceland Raiders. They sail so quickly because they're Norse. Oh my god, my wife's pregnant again. We'll siege Shetland. That's the Norwegian capital. It's up there. Duchess of Gwynedd. It's going to pay submission. It's marvellous news. There's another Ogres hybrid culture. Oh, and we've finished Arthurianizing Norfolk. Marvellous. Let's go on with the next one. Dorset should definitely be this one. Actually, Dorset should not be the next one, because Dorset may end up wanting to go Cornish in the end. Right, we have a Shetland. There's like low supply capacity at all, really much. Oh, we'll go up here, I think. The diplomacy perk. Forced vassalage isn't particularly good at the moment, because no one around can be my vassals. Proposing alliance without marriage is pretty good. Although I don't suppose there's likely to be anyone who I would be able to use it on. Well, so yeah, some places in Ireland might have. Just blank. I'll think about it. I'll see if they're still there once I view the thing. Oh, hello. Are you coming to invade? No, you're going over there. I don't know why you're going over there, but you are. You're going down to my capital? No, you're going here. Why are you going there? I have no idea. We've got an inspiration. Oh, wants to make a chest, sure. Well, my land is very expensive at the moment. Oh, you're doing control growth though. I'll have to live without the control growth for now. Inspiration, a motto for the ages. Sure, let's grab the renown. Use their capital. I'm assuming they'll be going to Shetland soon. Are they in another war? They're not in another war. I don't know what they're doing then. Here they come. There we go. Norway. Wants a white piece? The answer is no. I want this territory. Oh, we've got someone with a claim on the Duchy of Kent. This is interesting in and of itself. Oh my god, I've got another son. Oh no. Siefra, you shall be Siefra. Oh god. Right. Taking the capital, let's march down to the next one. See where you decide to go. Oh, I've got your queen. That's nice. Also, somebody has occupied this territory. It was occupied by a different countess, okay. Ally, you're pretty far away. I'm a bit concerned. Are you gonna make it? You're not gonna make it. Oh, botheration. God damn it, Montague. Scrounger life. Eragith has become a permanent fixture of my court, an expensive one. Actually, an expansive one too. She's there for every banquet, wolfing down everything in sight while playing about how empty her own pantry is. You serve the best drinks, my lord, she says, after downing another tankard of my finest spiced wines. You're the most contented, the most perceptive, the best looking lord, she declares, her hand extended for another loan she will never repay. She's an annoying waste of money, but her exaggerated antics are quite entertaining. Money for prestige, or kick her out. We'll kick her out. Gosh darn it, ally. You were supposed to come help me. Oh, and we're starving because we're in a mountain winter. Marvellous news. Right, there's almost no supply anywhere here. Okay, we split you in half and split you in half. Right, and then we split you in half. You can go here, and then we split you in half. You can go here. No, this isn't great news. Inspiration: the king's treasure. My opulent court is resented and celebrated the world over. All wish they could match and enjoy its splendour, and with that come the admirers. Sifa is ushered in, and she is representing a small Arthurian mercenary band from Caerphilly in Morgannwg. My friends and I hear of a wondrous chest being made for you. What's in it, your carpenter? Marvellous. Right, let's try and starve a little bit less. King Waltheof of England now speaks Brythonic. Oh! Oh, that's a success! Wow! Oh boy! Am I ever happy about that? Eat it, England. Norway is a pain to go to war with, though, I'll tell you that for nothing. I do wish... oh no, ally. I do wish I could figure out where the enemy army was. Inspiration, highest quality. High quality wood. Oh blimey, we can be tyrannous. Let's take the diplomacy challenge. It didn't work out, that's a shame, it would have been nice. We are losing war score as time ticks by, which is annoying. Oh god, there's the enemy army. Now we've got a marvellous chest. Famed furniture, 0.6 piety, 0.1 renown, plus 2 quick damage. Let's go have a look. You're just piety and quick grandeur. You're better. Yeah, you're just better. There we go. Don't need Christine anymore. Oh, losing battles down there. Time for treatment. Do no more than what is necessary. Oh god, even worse. Colfin offered me a clear potion in the Gilded Vial. As I had tasted some previous remedies, I was worried at first when I drank it I could take neither odor nor taste. The recipe is a secret, it did nothing to improve my state. I could just straight up throw him in the dungeons or kill him. But we'll try and avoid doing that. This is a really annoying war. Are you now going to go and siege down the capital? You bloody better not. Okay. Oh, hang on. I see boats. Where are they going? Going here. It's okay, we're going to land on them and smush them. Keep. Land and smush. Oh, you just about avoided total annihilation then. Right. That went well. Let's split you in half and send the siege half back to Shetland. And the not siege half can split in half in the oh, other artifacts have no durability. I'll definitely repair this. Fine shiny mail costs 1 to reforge into a pedestal item. Turn that into a pedestal item then, as we're not wearing it. Oh, apparently I can hold court. There we go. Oh, it does just look like there's someone standing there, which is a bit silly. But hey, it gives me prestige, it gives me a little bit of a vassal opinion. Fairly solid. I'm far from unhappy with it. Oh god, Montague. So where is Bad Guy Army going? I'm sailing down this way, probably to come and try and relieve the siege. Oh, what did I just lose there? Distrust of friendship. Anxiety wants my stomach as jealousy rears its ugly head. I sigh and glare at the cause of misery. I, Lewis, once again is getting on well with the guest, and this for some reason bothers me. I don't care. They became friends. That's nice. Let's hold court. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. Your lordness, I come here from Northampton with a matter of great import. The tanner's wife's sow slipped a fence one night, and she only went and got the old bailiff's veggie patch. His pride and joy! Tears of laughter streamed down the convulsing peasant's face. Stress for common touch. Or highfalutin. Let's get highfalutin, even though that's potentially risking a lot of rebellion. Mayor Riddoch approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. The people around need the occasional joyous gathering where they can forget their stress. I would gladly finance a feast, even if held under your name, as it's for the good of the logs. I'd expect a favour and recompense. So you want to get a favour hook on me, and give me gold, and want me to do a feast. Or I can make you dislike me. You pay me gold, and if I host a feast, you'll like it. No strings attached, your liege demands it. Rivals in agreements. Duke Seal of Witcher and Duke Signar of Reged, who both came to me before, like, kicking and pushing each other, they're now in agreement. They're upset because my wife isn't Arthurian. Saxon. I know! There's no chance of them dueling each other. And I can possibly gain some dread and opinion. Nice. My business here is done, okay. I gained some money. I probably won't be able to call a hunt. I probably won't be able to afford it, but we'll give it a go when the time comes. I wish navies weren't so expensive. Oh, my councillor Caddock died. I've got a new archbishop. Who's okay. The faithful prepare for war. Oh my god. There's going to be a new crusade. No worries, we'll be ready to fight. I mean, I was sort of hoping to fight England. But that's a lot of money. Sure. I'll be able to redirect it, I suppose. I need a beneficiary. I've got various nephews and nieces. Oh, I can appoint Bishop Sion. Bishop Sion is Prince Archbishop Ildman's bishop. Ah, okay, but he's a monk and a crown priest, so I actually can't, even though it says he can. That's a shame. Oh my god, I could put Markil Ailio as my beneficiary again. Oh no, oh dear. But Judith? Oh, you are a drunkard. A recluse. Period. Sure, we'll select you. I can't redirect the war yet because it costs 500. I've already got 497. But I will soon be able to redirect the war. Oh, looks like it's been sort of swallowed up by this guy again. His melees are fairly strong at the moment. Sloviansky might not be a terrible idea, to be honest. Although I do like the idea of crusading to the Holy Land to go and look for, like, you know, the Holy Grail and stuff. But it just always ends so badly. How the Mongols doing? They're actually not in any offensive wars. They're in a tyranny war. That would be hilarious if they did lose that, although of course they won't. Barring the least fortunate of circumstances. Right, we'll continue with the siege. At 65%, I might. Do you want to go seize that? I don't think so. I'm gonna split off like just these guys. I'm gonna send you down here. Mark you down here as well. But not by sea if I can help it. Oh, we've got another inspired person. We don't need more mail, especially not with a crusade on the horizon. Oh, we can redirect the crusade now. Where do we want the crusade to go? Galicia? Probably not a bad idea, but this Muslim faith is fairly strong. Syria is extra bad because it brings both of these guys in. I don't hate the idea of Pomerania. Just because it's so pointless us continually going after like Egypt or what have you, Egypt or Jerusalem and then losing it again. I don't know where this is. Oh, it's there. Oh, that's not a good choice. That's not a good choice. Andalusia, I don't know. Like, Pomerania will be an easy win and an easy hold. Oh, to hell with it. We'll go there, we'll lose. Again. We'll live. It would really help if this was like more than one province, or had any supply limit whatsoever. I also don't know where the bad guy army is. Quick to anger. Now will become wrathful. Yeah, you can keep wrathful. I'm wrathful. You're allowed to be wrathful. Before I make you wrathful, I'll ask you to take the vows. Yes. Right, okay. The succession's looking better. We've got this kid. Do I have another warden? I don't. Kid? No? You're now my ward. As soon as these guys get here. Oh, there's the bad guy army. They're over there beating up my allies again. I'll merge you all together in just a sec. If you guys could stay there, that would be grand, actually. My councillor died of natural causes. That was my marshal. I want to come to the North Marshal, but he already loves me. So I have the slightly better one. Siege 1. Ugh, we're still so far away. Where's the capital of this place? It's over here. It's quite far from Norway's capital. If they come back and try and siege, there won't be a lot I can do about it. I'm gonna go stand here. Oh no, the Crusade's not going to be bloody done in time, is it? Right. Split you in half. And the bigger half. Okay, you can't quite fit under. Okay, hang on. That many guys. Half. Yeah. Half. Yeah. Then we're hopefully close enough. With a few guys standing. Look. I just realised I'm like quarter or something of our total Crusade force. If I thought I could leave this territory alone for a moment, then I would, but I don't. 4 months. I don't think I have time. Okay, you guys go there. Let's hope we can relieve in time. Oh yeah, it'll take you ages to siege. And this battle might tip the balance for us. No, I can't afford inspirations at the moment, sorry. Marvellous, okay. We can enforce our demands, disband all of our armies just in time, 46 days before the Holy War launches. I also gained a favour hook on this guy, which is fine. There is absolutely nothing I want to do with your contract is the problem. Because I don't really want you to just have even more and more penalty on me. Like 100 troops is not worth it. Okay, we've claimed a little bit. And I now claim I still can't claim the duchy title, even though you're supposed to have a claim on it. I don't understand. It's so strange. Oh well, we're ready for the Crusade. Where will my piety go? What did I spend it on? Who knows? Okay. Yeah, there's a crusade coming up. It's going to be a total disaster. But that will probably be fair for next time. We'll start out on the crusade yet again. In the meantime, we will bid goodbye to King Gwyn. Gwyn the terrible, but for some reason no one really hates him, even though they should. It's a long title. If you've enjoyed watching me, then please do consider giving me a follow here on Twitch, where I'm disfordemise_. Or if you're watching along on YouTube, please like the video if you liked the video, and consider subscribing. Over there I'm just disfordemise. And you can follow me on Twitter also at disfordemise, and I send another tweet every time I go live. All that remains is for me to say thank you very much for watching. I will see all of you again next time.